أهلا بكم أعزائنا المشاهدين وحلقة جديدة من برنامج اسأل مع ميرا. Today's very special episode. We're going to dive into a very important subject that affects too many homeowners, especially in areas like Los Angeles. And we are very honored to have Mr. Tim Curt, and he is a principal insurance agent at TWFG Insurance Company, and he has independent branch. How are you, sir?
I'm great. Thank you, Mira. Thank you so much for having me. I'm humbled and honored to be here with you. I truly am.
Thank you so much. I know your company been around since 2001, correct?
Yes. So we're about to celebrate our 25th year anniversary next year. But yeah, 2001 is when TWFG Insurance Services has started.
And you guys are very specialized at only home insurance, not any other insurance.
We specialize primarily in homeowners insurance, especially under the current market and where the insurance market is. But we do all facets of insurance, but we really specialize in homeowners insurance specifically.
Okay, and also you are specialized at these areas which very high risk or very expensive places, right?
Yes, absolutely. So our agency is really well known for writing hard to place insurance risks, whether it be high brush or whether it be coastal properties or more high value homes. I specifically and our team do write many of those different types of risks. Yes.
Exactly. So I just want to tell my viewers احنا هنتكلم النهارده على الهوم انشورنس. كل الناس اللي حصل لها الحرائق، وطبعا it's a very devastated و very sad actually incidents happened. بس احنا النهارده هنتكلم ازاي تقدر لو انت حتى ما عندكش انشورنس للفاير انشورنس، لان احنا هنتعلم ان الفاير انشورنس is different than the home insurance, it's totally separate. ونتاكد من ده من مستر تيم دلوقتي. ولكن هنتعلم ازاي نقدر، هل في لون، هل نقدر ناخد اي جرانت علشان البيوت دي تتبنى تاني، هل الحاجات اللي جوه البيت ممكن ليها تعويض، هل لو انت طلعت بره بيتك رحت اني هوتيل ورجعت بيتك لقيته زي ما هو، هل في تعويض ان انت خرجت بره بيتك. كل الحاجات دي هنتعلمها النهارده. وطبعا انا رحت غطيت في لوس انجلوس افتر ماس، برضو هنجيب لكم الصور دي. Mr. Tim, can you please briefly tell me what's the situation right now? Is the fire is already totally out or not yet?
Absolutely, yeah. So I want to first express my heartfelt condolences to anyone that has lost their home or has had to been forcefully evacuated by the city stepping in or the government, or potentially those that are displaced from your home. I want to first and foremost just extend my deepest condolences. In regards to the fires specifically, the main fires were the Pacific's Palisade and then also the Eaton fire, which is LA County. And so for the most part, I would say, other than the different hot spots in certain areas throughout the fires, is for the most part, it is put out. Now they're trying to create defensible space to create the containment of those specific fires.
Okay, perfect. And they have a very strange actually way to do that, but they know what they're doing anyway. But for now, it's everything is almost like the normal life or safe. I know your company has insured some of these houses. Can you tell me how many houses and how you're going to deal with them?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got a total of about 3 homes that have gone through some catastrophic risks. The first one being on PCH, Pacific Coast Highway, which was so you understand. It was a high value home that burnt completely down to the ground.
Wow.
And so, And so what we do is we immediately contact the insured. We start working with them to file a homeowner's insurance claim. We always recommend to start filing a homeowner's insurance claim right away, because so many people are filing homeowners insurance claims. The sooner you can do it, the better.
Yes.
And so from that point on, we really have a one-on-one conversation with the client, the do's and the don'ts in regards to how to best file a claim, what that journey is going to actually look like for them, the time frame, and also answering any questions that they might have. And it's just so important. People have lost their homes. We need to be there for the people as they go through
Wow.
this time of filing a claim.
Of course, I know. It's. I want to ask you this question. It's not like the best question to ask, but how you guys expected as an insurance company, how you expected the news?
Yeah, so how we're expecting the news, I mean, it was, from an insurance agency, it was devastating. I mean,
Right.
this is our home. This is California, this is our backyard. So Los Angeles is very near and dear to us among,
Of
all the
course.
neighboring counties. And so, yeah, it came as a very big shock. Our agency immediately bent our knee and just started praying to God that God would protect people and comfort them through this time. So
That's
we
very
took it.
sweet.
Yeah, I would say even today I was talking to some of our agents, and there's a heavy-heartedness.
Of course.
We want to grieve with those people who are grieving and mourning their losses, and because they're going through a lot.
Absolutely. And you told me you already spoke to the homeowner on the PCH. I've been to, the Los Tunas beaches by the PCH, where the Getty Villas over there. So I was like recording there. It's very devastating. So what they will expect, like the lengths and the process?
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. And so, how it works is that really the claim will first be started, and then you will be assigned a claim adjuster. Typically, it's within 1 to 2 days, but due to the claim volume of so many people filing claims, is it could be up to about 5 to 7 days from what we've seen on average. And so they'll get assigned a claim adjuster, and the claim adjuster will go over all their coverages and deductibles, telling them what they have or maybe don't have in regards to coverages, and they'll start the claims process as far as moving forward with them if they're going to rebuild their home, or potentially even coming to a place where they've decided to no longer rebuild their home and take the money and rebuild elsewhere. And so that's a
Wow.
little bit of the process, but
Wow.
that's how it works.
So they can always get the money of the insurance and actually build in another place.
They can. I mean, of course, they'll be held to the lender's standards, the standards of the loan that they have if they have a loan on the property. So the insurance company will work with the lender and pay off the loan if that's what they want to do. And then at that point, then, they can potentially pick up and go elsewhere. If the home is paid off, yeah, I mean, they can eventually sell the property and then actually take the check and build elsewhere at that point if they want to. But most people want to rebuild and stay in that location.
Yes.
It's a city where maybe that they're familiar with. They have other family members there, and so they want to continue to let their roots grow there and then rebuild. So I would say most
course.
people rebuild.
Absolutely. And Mr. Curt, I wanted to ask you and confirm with you. I hear the fire insurance, it's separate from the home insurance. Is this correct?
I would say that typically the fire insurance is also inclusive to homeowners insurance. There's different types of homeowners insurance policies, but when you hear that generalized term, homeowners insurance, typically one of the main perils or coverages that it affords is fire insurance. Now, not all policies are the same, but I would say in general, fire insurance is typically afforded in a traditional homeowner's policy.
Okay. Also, we heard, and I confirmed with few people, that few months ago, the insurance company called those people and they said, we dropped your fire insurance because your home in a very high risk area. Do you hear about that? Because I'm sure you did.
We have, yeah. So this has been going on for some time, ever since 2020, due to rising inflation costs and many other things throughout the state, is that the insurance companies have been in a place where their costs have gone up exponentially. And so whether it be to rebuild a home, the reconstruction cost, or the labor, inflation has really increased these things. And so what ended up happening is these insurance companies are put in a place where they were not able to take these incremental rate increases since 2020 due to the insurance market being in rather the state of the state of being in a certain place where the insurance commissioner wouldn't let them take incremental rate increases. Every year you see your rates go up about 7%. That's about standard for inflation. And so what ended up happening is in 2020, the insurance commissioner came to the insurance companies and said, hey, you can't take any insurance rate increases, and that you need to hold because the market right now is in such a volatile place. People were losing their jobs and things like that. So just in 2023, late 2023, they started approving these rate increases. But it was too late because when you're a business or you're an insurance company, you want to hedge against losing money. And so what ended up happening is the insurance companies came to a place where it was like, hey, if you're not going to allow us incrementally to take these rate increases, we're going to put on the brakes and non-renew certain insurance policies in different areas, high risk areas, Palisades and things like that. And so that's what they did, right? A business has to be profitable. I'm for, I'm a consumer myself. So it's unfortunate that it came to that. And it's so, sorrowful in a sense, is that they got hit with these 60-day notices saying that they were non-renewing, and they had to go with a different insurance company, which was typically substantially more expensive.
Yes,
and
much
or
more
being
expensive.
forced into going to the California Fair Plan, which is very expensive too. So yeah, it's a very sad situation.
Okay, yes, it's very sad. It happened to a few of my friends actually, and that's why I'm confirming that. But my question is, I'm sure this is legal for insurance company to say, hey, I'm not going to renew your contract. But for like some people said only 3 months ago. So even if it's 3 months ago and they don't have a fire insurance, can they come back and claim anything, or what is the situation right now?
If the insurance policy has canceled and there's no active policy while the fire actually took place on January 7th, unfortunately, there's no way to recoup because the policy has canceled. Now, but if the policy was pending cancellation, that doesn't mean it's canceled. If it was pending cancellation and it was still active in that time, yes, there is coverage for those folks that had an active insurance policy.
Okay, so we'll talk about the policies because there is like lots of different conditions and how we can make sure that it's 100% covered or 75% covered. But before that, I need to ask you about the situation where if they don't have insurance, what they can do right now. I know you brought us a solution, and I'm asking that our director, Mr. Mario, to prepare the link, and let's talk about this link.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you did not have an active homeowner's insurance policy because maybe you didn't know, or maybe because you were self-insuring, you can go to disasterassistance.gov and fill out the application. They're going to ask some questions about you, of course, the zip code, which fire impacted you. So if you were in those surrounding areas, those fire areas, and you were impacted and you didn't have insurance, you can apply for assistance at disasterassistance.gov.
Okay, perfect. And actually, I don't know if you know anyone already done the application or not yet. I know this is very recent, and thank you for the government. Do you know who done it, which government, or is it California or America or who?
Yeah, it's a national link, and so it's the U.S.'s national link specific to California's Southern California wildfires.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, it makes sense. And we'll bring up the link again. Mr. Mario, please. Yes, www.disasterassistance.gov. So it's an application you fill, and your home, anything happened to you, your cars, your home, your whatever, right?
It's specifically tailored towards disaster assistance. So yes, it's anything from your home, your business, your vehicle, anything that has been impacted by those wildfires as being a disaster.
Okay, let me ask you more questions. I don't know if you got the answer, but do you think this is a loan people has to come back and pay, or this is like something that the government giving to people? Do you have any idea?
Honestly, I don't know. I've sent about 2 people to this, and I have not followed up with them or heard back from them yet because I don't think
Okay.
they know as of yet. I
Yes.
don't know if it's a loan or if it's an actual lump sum of money that is just given, no strings attached. I can't speak to that. I don't know.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. And we'll bring the link end of the episode. But for now, if I know lots of people, they don't have insurance and their house is millions of dollars. Now, if I want to come, my house is safe and I want to come to you and ask you, Mr. Tim, can you please write me insurance for like fire insurance? Can you tell me the steps? Also, is it fully covered? Because my friend told me I came to find out that the rebuilding wasn't 100%, so I dropped the insurance, the fire insurance. So how I can make sure this is 100%, this is 50%, and how we can like discover everything?
Right, right. Yeah. So the first steps would be first to get a hold of an independent insurance agency. We would be happy to assist you with your needs and your requests or questions at that. Then we would start the process as far as going out to our current insurance markets that are still writing in this area to assist you with the homeowner's quote. So, yes, the insurance market is hardened right now due to the fires, and insurance companies have tightened up their underwriting guidelines. But there are still a handful of options that are out there that are still writing. We do have the last resort option through the California Fair Plan. They will write up to 3 million in coverage for your home. Now that's based upon an insurable replacement value, not the actual market value of the home. And so 3 million is a pretty good amount for, you know, uh, I would say it all depends on the customization of specific homes at that, but $3 million could afford quite a bit of coverage for the replacement of a new home. There are other carriers out there that will write high value homes as well, but of course, because of the fire being there in the Palisades and over in LA County, Eaton Fire and such, is that we are seeing insurance rates climbing and increasing
Correct.
due to
Yes.
so. But I would say that you first need to reach out to an independent insurance agent. We would love to help you and get that process started.
Of course, and your phone number will be on the screen shortly. And I
Wonderful.
heard from a friend as well that the insurance increased 3 or 4 times, which was like 4,000 a month. So my question to you, did you wrote any recent home insurance, like fire home insurance?
So I have written some high value homeowners insurance. And when you get into multi-million dollar homes, we are seeing that the insurance can get quite high.
Like what?
Um, I,
Can you give me a range? I'm sorry, but I'm very like anxious to know.
Sure, sure, absolutely. So I ended up just recently quoting. Now, this is not in Los Angeles, but we'll go kind of maybe shift over to
Okay.
Santa Barbara, Montecito area, just to give you kind of a generalized assessment as far as where California's at.
Is it
So
high risk for fire or no?
it is. Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So high risk home, rush hazard. The home is roughly about 22 million as far as market value,
Wow, that's
and
too high.
so yeah,
Oh.
and so the premium is somewhere between 50 and 100,000, but that's for a 22 million dollar home. So, but over here in the Palisades, it all depends on the square footage and how large the home is. But I mean, we are seeing in the tens of thousands of dollars. But at the same time, if you have a smaller home and it's not the largest home and it's not a multi-million dollar home, we've seen things for a lot less as well. Is that you have to remember there was just a fire there and it's still kind of an ongoing thing. And so the insurance companies, right, are a little shy to jump in, but some are jumping in and wanting to find a solution for the people, and they are still writing in that specific area.
Okay, do you have any price? Again, I'm so sorry. Just need like a clear, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, we could be talking, I mean, as far as like, I'll give you an assessment on a California Fair Plan. If the replacement value is $3 million
Yes,
from an insurance perspective, I mean,
perfect.
we could be talking about, it all depends on the deductible.
Of course, every case is
We're talking
different.
about, could be talking, $10, $15,000 for the year, somewhere around there. Now, that's just the fire insurance portion, and you would want to do a wraparound, because a lot of people don't know that the California Fair Plan covers only specific perils. It covers fire, wind, hail,
Yeah.
vandalism, and malicious mischief, but you also need a wraparound policy that covers for theft, premises liability, falling objects, and those types of things. And that's another type of policy that you could add probably an additional, potentially 5,000 on top of that. So, you're looking
Absolutely.
at $15,000 to $20,000 for the year, depending on what
Oh.
size the home is.
Yeah, actually, I would say 10 to 12,000 a year. It's very good for a few million dollar home. So that's not too bad. Which if we
No,
like
great.
push it to 15,000, again, it's not too bad. But I heard much more prices. So hopefully, if anyone has no fire insurance, please call Mr. Tim, and the phone number will be on the screen shortly, please. Our director, it's 805-583-1091, extension 0. Again, 805-583-1091, extension 0. And he is very specialized in high-end or very expensive homes in very, high-risk areas. So I was very shocked. These homes worth $1 million, and there is no water system to protect these homes. So my question to you, as home insurance companies, I know you always recommend people to do some steps so their insurance, you give them like a good rate. So do you have any advices for homeowners to start right now to take care of their homes and put sprinklers or whatever? Do you have any ideas, or where do you go to do that?
We do, yeah. So we very much recommend coming to a place where you're mitigating the loss of a potential fire that happens to you. So some of those steps are really creating a defensible space from your home to the fire or brush hazard around your home. And so really that can start with really creating at least 100 feet of defensible space around your home. We'd recommend trees with heavy, thick brush and pine. I guess it all depends on what type of your tree you have, is to cut it down and to make it not as dense. We also recommend you can get sprinklers on top of your home as well. You can typically reach out to like a plumber or a gardener. There's specialized companies out there that will assist with this as well, that you can find online. We also recommend tree limbs from your trees not hanging over your roof. Not hanging over your roof, because if the tree catches, then it's hanging over your roof, and then it lands on your roof, and then your roof catches. So those are a few things that we recommend.
Okay, actually, it's a great advices, and I am sure there is companies specialized in the sprinklers, because I saw a few houses actually got saved from the wildfire because they have the sprinklers over the top of their houses. So that will be amazing. You guys, you have to go and check. So I went and I covered the aftermath, and we have a video. I would love to share it with our viewers, just a small part of it. And then we need to thank the firefighters and the police and the National Guards after we watch the video. name, sir?
My name is Chris Matino, captain here at Fire Station 19. Yes.
How many hours you been awake?
Most of us here were up and awake and fighting fires for the first 2 days, so about 48 hours.
Yeah, I see lots of people with their pets and kids. They are coming to bring food and stuff.
We just really appreciate all the support from the community.
Okay.
And we feel for all those that are affected by this, and we understand that there's a tremendous amount of loss. Mm-hmm. And we know that the members of the fire department are doing our best to protect any property and, of course, life as a primary concern for us.
Thank you so much for your kindness. You guys are true heroes.
Basically, what you're seeing right here is an active command post where logistically we have the officers and fire department coming together and trying to understand what is needed like on a real-time basis. So as you can see, like many police officers are showing up, they're getting assignments to like where to go, what areas they're going to patrol. So that's what they're doing here. Everybody's coming
I wanted
actively.
to ask you, I saw lots of National Guard.
Yes, the National Guard is here because of the immensity of the disaster that happened, and to support the local fire department and obviously police efforts.
Yeah, so mainly you guys are responsible on permission.
Well, residents are, they're not sure who's coming in or out because there's still looting occurring here and there. So they want to make sure that if it is someone that goes in, it is someone who resides at the location. And in addition, there's also a lot of power lines that are still out and down. We don't want anybody to accidentally get electrocuted by the power.
How to encourage everyone to come and help out.
However that you guys can help, you need to participate in any way that you guys can help.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. اوشن وكاليفورنيا هنا بي سي اتش اللي بينزل على ماليبو. هنا في جيتي ميوزيوم، جيتي دلاب ميوزيوم، كنت عايزه اروح اطمن عليه. كل مكان في اكل وشرب للجيش وللبوليس، وفي عربيات الجيش موجوده وهم بيعملوا شغل طبعا رائع، وانا بشكركم. طبعا so much devastation. It's very sad. These footage I took myself. وده كان موجود على ال PCH Malibu Las Tunas Beach. Sir, I want you to give or to send a message to the firefighters, to the National Guard and the police, because they were very, very helping and kind. What do you want to say to them?
We are truly so thankful for you. Words cannot describe how grateful we are for you. The whole community is. We have seen what you've done. You've gone above and beyond, from the National Guard to the fire departments to all law enforcement, police officers. We send our great gratitude to you. Thank you so much, sincerely.
Yes, great. Thank you so much. Mr. Curt, we have a question from one of the viewers. They asking, are there any special discounts or programs for homeowners in high-risk areas like Los Angeles?
There are. So there's some different discount opportunities that are offered. Few of those are whether you actually have sprinklers on your roof. Some of our insurance carriers, if you have sprinklers on top of your roof, they do offer an additional discount. Of course, the standard ones also would be if you have an active central burglar alarm or a fire alarm system as well. sometimes if you're in an eligible place within Los Angeles County where if you have fire insurance, you can bundle your auto insurance together and you get a multi-line discount. So there are different discounts like that as well.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. A great answer. And the other question, I think we already answered this, but I will ask you again. Do insurance policies includes wildfire coverage, or do homeowners need to add it separately?
A traditional homeowners policy in California is known as an HO3 homeowners policy. And the primary peril or primary coverage that it covers for fire insurance. So that is specifically fire insurance, whether it be a small kitchen fire or a wildfire, like so many folks are being impacted with right now, a lightning strike that creates a fire. So yes, it covers all lines of fire in regard to a traditional homeowner's HO3 policy in California. Yes, it does.
Okay, great. So another very important question. As you are insurance agent, what is the most claims it comes to your company? And you try to fix it and work with the homeowners.
Yeah, so I mean, we did have one in regard to the home completely burning down all the way down to the ground. We had another strip mall in Altadena, which was the part of the Eaton fire as well, which ended up burning down completely all to the ground.
Wow.
And then we also had another home because of the winds. The winds ended up picking up rocks out in front of their homes and shattered all of their stained glass window. It was a high value home. And so we walk with them from beginning to end. We make sure they know who their claim adjuster is. They know that we care. If they have any questions, we're here to walk through it with them. We desire to go above and beyond. Our agency is known in actually our city here to be ranked #1 insurance agency from customer reviews out of 120 agencies. So we're very big on customer service here.
Perfect. And what other catastrophe you see around, not the wildfire, whatever else? What other things could happen to the house?
Yeah, so whether it be wind, where we have those high winds, that potentially rips off shingles, whether it be concrete shingles, clay shingles, whether it be architectural, asphalt shingles. Sometimes the wind is so much it gets underneath there and it sends those shingles flying and it rips off, a portion of the roof and sometimes siding as well. So that is another big one, especially with wildfires, right? A big component of the Palisades and Eaton fire was because of wind. And so you see the wind damage as well. So a lot of times it can rip off siding and also roofing material as well.
Okay, absolutely. And I am sure there is programs or shows explain how to protect your home. Do you have any idea, or can you provide any advices to protect your home in general?
Yeah, so there's a lot of great information out there. I don't have a link off the top of my head, but if you want to go and Google best way to protect your home or for defensible space from fires and wind damages, there's a lot of great methods online that you can do that. And so a lot of it is just starting with the mindset of perspective. If there was a fire that was close to my home, right, because that's the most catastrophic way that my home's going to be damaged.
Yes.
How and what should I do if you're thinking, can I do to mitigate those losses? So again, tree branches that are hanging over the roof, if you see eaves that are far out, and you can put those soffits that actually will remove the eaves there. So because a lot of fires rip underneath the eaves, also putting sprinklers on top of your roof, creating that defensible space from trees or plants and brushes from your home, right? And so there's also a Class A roof out there that is actually made out of metal, which is becoming very popular in the last 5 years.
Yeah, I saw one house actually in the wildfire, and it was saved because of this iron thing in the top.
Yep, metal roofs are becoming very popular. It's called a Class A roof, and the companies say that they don't burn, and really the proof is in the pudding. Is they haven't burned in the fire from what we've seen thus far. And
correct. So when we put these iron or you know, that thing, the metal or whatever,
Metal
in
roof.
in the top of the roof. Even if the roof is wood, the metal will protect the wood, right?
So typically what they do is that they'll rip off the underlay of the actual shingles, asphalt shingles and architectural shingles. And then, yes, there's typically a frame, which is wood 2x4s or 2x6s that are creating the pitch of the roof. And then they will put an underlay down that will receive the metal roof on top of it and fasten it to the roof. That's typically how it's
That's
done.
amazing. And if you have a few $1 million house, you have to, you know, spend the extra money and protect it. That's amazing. So let me ask you a very mild question, but it's very important as well, because some people evacuated their houses, they left to stay in hotels, and now is the insurance can cover their stay, because it's lots of thousands of dollars as well.
Yes, so if your policy had coverage for loss of use coverage, that coverage is immediately activated when your home is caught on fire, or maybe not caught on fire, but the government has deemed it a catastrophic area and you have to evacuate.
Yes.
That coverage is immediately activated, so that way you have income coming to you to stay at a rental property, a hotel or a motel, extra costs for eating out. Maybe you have to commute to a further distance place and you have to put more gas in your car, or a laundromat, or all those things for the loss of use of your home. If you have that coverage, and it's one of the most overlooked coverages, and we're really big about that here, is they have to have proper loss of use coverage, because you need that in the event of being evacuated from your home.
Of course. And what the name of this coverage again?
Loss of use.
Loss of use. So you have to go and read your contract with the home insurance and find the loss of use.
Yes, loss of use coverage.
Okay, another question. The cars was parked inside the property and they totally burned or destroyed. Who's going to cover this? Is it the fire home insurance or the car insurance?
It's actually the car insurance. So when you have an auto insurance policy, that policy covers your car, even in the event of a fire or catastrophic loss. So if your policy had comprehensive coverage, that's a coverage that is afforded to you. You're subject most likely to a deductible, depending what deductible you have. But comprehensive coverage is that coverage that would afford coverage to have the payout for the loss of your car. But yes, it's auto insurance.
Okay, let me ask you a question. It's a weird question as well, just jumped in my head right now. Lots of people, they got very devastated. They got depressed. Do like home insurance cover their treatment, mentally treatment? I'm sorry, I need to ask about everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think so. I just, want to make sure.
The traditional homeowners policy does not cover for like mental health and mental wellness in that sense. But I did hear many broadcasts online that there is free treatment that is being provided by the state.
About it. Yes, I heard about it actually.
And if I could, if you are going through a tough time right now, and I know a lot of you are, it's a good thing to talk with someone and talk through this. I have a bit of a counseling background, and so I would encourage that people, if they need to talk to someone, to go and talk to someone.
Absolutely. Actually, I know lots of people, they don't even involve in any fire or any home damages, but they got depressed just watching the news. You have to be careful and talk to someone. And I was very happy to see there is a line actually you can call and you can, talk to someone. So far from the fire, I know you are in the Simi Valley, right? And this is Los Angeles neighbor.
Yes, so we are Ventura County and we neighbor Los Angeles.
Yes.
And so we are right here, and we maybe are not on boots on the ground, our agency, but this is very near and dear to us, and it's hitting us very, very much so.
I read about you online, and I see there is a high, like people rate you very high. So I am very happy that you're very honest and you are providing the best service to the community. It was a challenge for me to find someone we can trust and understand more about the expensive area or the high risk areas. So I am very blessed to have you today with me. And I want you to tell me about your company, all the services you provide to the community, please, and why we should choose you.
I'm very much blessed by you as well.
Thank you.
And I would say that we are a full-fledged independent insurance agency. So we offer everything from homeowners insurance to condo insurance to renters insurance to business insurance to all facets of property insurance. We also do some life insurance as well. Our policy here is caring. We are about the customer first and foremost. So we always put the needs of the customer before just making the sale. We do not view people just as a sale. We view them as someone that we have a great care for. We have a motto here in our agency is we say assurance before insurance. And that's to make sure that they are assured to know what they have, what they're getting, and being educated in what they're actually buying. And in turn, we will sell the policy at that point, but it's important for us to make sure that the person is educated and they know what they're purchasing and what they have. We're very big on that. So to share a little bit of ourselves, like you were saying, we are a 5-star rated customer reviewed agency. I think we have about 70 plus 5-star ratings. We also got ranked, I think, 3 times now as top insurance agency in our city by customer reviews. Our customer service team a couple years ago, one of our members got ranked top insurance customer service representatives out of about 480 agencies. Wow. And so we are all about taking care of the client. Again, our policy is caring.
Amazing, I see that. Thank you so much. And okay, the stuff inside the houses, I know it will be covered about with the fire insurance as well, right? Because sometimes it's like worth as much as the house worth.
Yeah, so the fixtures inside the home, like the kitchens, the cabinets, the bathrooms, the shower enclosures, that's all part of the dwelling coverage. That's all part of the replacement value. But what you're talking about is considered personal property.
Yes.
So personal property is this, is that if you were to take your home and flip it upside down and the roof was cut off, everything that fell out is considered personal property.
Yes.
So that's everything from your furniture to your clothes,
jewelry,
to your kitchenware, jewelry, decor. That's all personal property.
Paintings and antiques.
All those things you would want to definitely double check to make sure with your coverages on your policy. When it comes to antiques and jewelry, sometimes there are limitations of the coverages that you might have for those specific items. Again, that's something we're really big on here to make sure that we're giving you the adequate coverage and you know what you have. But yes, all those things inside that are loose, those are considered personal property.
And they go with the fire insurance or separate?
They are inclusive to a traditional HO3 homeowners fire insurance policy. In general, when it comes to a fire insurance policy, it's covered as personal property.
Okay.
Yes, so typically it would be inclusive. So you want to make sure that you have an adequate enough amount of personal property. And I'll say this, we have more stuff than we know.
Yes.
Okay, so we had someone about, within the last 5 years, have a small fire in their garage. Just
Okay.
in their garage, we ended up cutting them a check for $50,000. One of our carriers did, just in storage and decor and things like that. And so you want to make sure that you have adequate coverage because we have more stuff than we really think we do.
That's very true. Okay, so let me just go to the renter insurance because it's very important as well because we have personal stuff inside the house. Can you give us advice how to write or how to make sure the renter insurance are very legit?
Yeah, absolutely. So our agency offers renters insurance. It's also known as a HO4 renters policy. And so that covers all of your personal property As a renter, that may be renting a home or a condo or an apartment. And so you can go to any independent insurance agency. There's a handful of insurance markets out there right now that are writing this renter's insurance. And so you would want to make sure you have adequate personal property coverage and then loss of use coverage as well, just in case for some reason you have to be evacuated or there's another fire, because renter's insurance also covers loss of use as well.
Okay, thank you so much. And I know when you come to pay these losses, you have to find some receipts or confirmation that you had this stuff. Do you have any idea about that?
Yeah, so the insurance companies in general have a framework through their claims department of roughly how much personal property we have in our homes. And so they're going to have a good assessment. But if you're someone that has antiques, if you're someone that has high-end furniture and things like that, you're going to want to the best of your knowledge, make sure you have those receipts, make sure you have an outline of what you have in your home. Some folks say that, oh, you don't need to do that. I always recommend, hey, if you're someone that has a lot of personal property in your home, make a list. Do a short video on your phone. Do a video of your home and make a list of what you have. It's always better to have it than not have it, because then you can substantiate and qualify to your claim adjuster on, this is what I had.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mr. Curt. And finally, I know lots and lots of people, they don't have fire insurance right now. What is your advices for them and how to encourage them to call you?
Absolutely. So I want to first again say my heartfelt condolences to you. Our agency would like to be a solution to you not having insurance in this time of need right now. Don't be worried. Don't be concerned in the sense of you're not going to be able to find it. We will do our best to find you a solution for homeowners insurance for you moving forward. We will do the hard work for you. We're not afraid of that four-letter word work. Please call us, TWFG Insurance Services, at 805-583-1091, extension 0. My name is Tim. One of our representatives would love to connect with you and assist you with your needs.
Thank you so much, sir. And I always say, even buy some insurance better than nothing. So if the insurance is very expensive for me or for anyone, can I just buy partial insurance? Is there something like that?
There are some insurance companies with high value homes that are okay with insuring you at a certain percentage. But I would say in general, if you can find a policy, and that's the goal, to assess the home for the full replacement value, try to always purchase the policy that covers the full replacement of your home.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tim Curt, Principal Insurance Agent at TWFG Company, and you have, of course, independent private branch. Thank you so much. God bless you, sir, and your family.
God bless you.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you, sir. I wish all our viewers have ربنا يريح قلبكم، ربنا يحافظ عليكم. اللي حصل كان موجع لينا كلنا، يعني كلنا حسينا بالألم لكل الناس اللي اتألمت والبيتس بتاعتها اتبهدلت بالمنظر ده. طبعا الاخبار الكتيره وجعت قلوبنا كلنا، ولما رحت شفت الحاجات على الحقيقه كنت زعلانه جدا. ربنا يحافظ علينا وربنا يبارك فينا، ونصلي دايما حبايبي. برضو هو الصلاه الحاجه الوحيده اللي تقدر يعني تحرك الجبال وتقدر تطفي كل النيران اللي في الحقيقه بره في البيوت وفي اللي في قلوبنا كمان. ربنا يحافظ عليكم، بحبكم جدا، ودايما تابعوني اسال مع ميرا على قناه سي سات. باي باي.